Hello, humans. Today, I actually have a very interesting question. I'm gonna give you my take on the matter, and whatever you take from it, you take from it. If it's nothing, that's fine too. Life really is about finding things that are easier for us to consume energetically, emotionally, or physically. So, if this resonates with you, right? Well, then I guess it resonates with you. So, today's question is something I have been wanting to do a video about for a little bit of time. And so, I've thought about it for a little bit. Not that I have a full answer yet, but I'm going to give it my best go, right? So, the question is, why do bad things happen to good people? And I think a lot of people kind of wonder about the answer to this question too. So, my take on it is just basically this. And I know the answer is going to be relatively short, but it's simply because it can. Why do rich corporations or rich people grab as much money as they can, and they don't want to help people who are in need, right? Why do abusers hurt the people that they claim to love? Why do people hurt animals? Why do people do all of these horrendous things? And the answer is because they simply can. The world is never, nor will it be anytime soon, in our foreseeable future or lifetime, a good place, an easy place to live, right? And it's literally because of these things that happen. It's allowed to happen because of free will. Free will is an interesting concept. I have discussed this with people before, and I find it interesting because there's another question that says, or I guess it's a statement or a quote, and it states that if God knows everything, then we have no free will, and if we have free will, then God knows nothing, right? So, and by stating that our lives are predetermined. And if that were true, why do we have the ability to imagine things, to see a brighter future for ourselves? So I don't quite agree with that scientific line of questioning, but I will say that nothingness is as well as something. And what I mean to say by that is, nothingness is something, right? So something and nothing are still something, each in their own right. Which would imply that God's no better than we are, right? In this theoretical version of life, I mean, if God allows all of these things to happen, all of these negative things, all of these sensual things with our partners or without them, it would be maybe perhaps a bold assumption that God is just like us. As weird, as strange, as kinky, or whatever else you could use to describe another person, right? Although in Hermetic philosophy, God is manifested beyond gender. He's too far up in the line in the chain of command, and I say he loosely, to manifest with a gender. But I think it's just because the world is a scary place. Right? We all want to find comfort in something that's familiar or consistent. And honestly, Sometimes it's hard to tell here. We incarnate with such little knowledge, the veil is completely closed off to us. We have to find our own way, our own path, our own way of thinking that is not similar to our parents with whom they are older, and the chains that bind them are their own habits, which keeps them thinking a certain way. And hopefully we aren't going to be like that when we get older, but you know, the point is that you can't tell, and I think that's part of the journey, right? The surprise, the wonder. And a lot of people find that when you don't really know when it's going to end, that they can enjoy each day to the fullest. So, I suppose, in terms of enlightenment, right, we all have our own ideologies, our own assessments and adjustments to the world, but really and truthfully, we all want the capability to have a choice in what it is that we want to do. And some people can't handle, they just cannot handle the fire of the crucible that creates the strongest men, women, and human beings in the world. So they fall off. They use their pain as an excuse to cause and inflict more pain upon others. And although it may seem unfair, unjust, and sometimes downright evil, unfortunately, it is because of the physical laws that we must be held to, in this form at least, that they are within their full capabilities to make such choices about life, their own way of living, their philosophies, their Dr. Evil-like conceptions of the world. And sometimes that's just hard to accept, especially when we experience it, when we've been around it, when we have no other choice but to face it, right? And it always gives us a choice, whether we fall hard or we choose to get up, no matter how weak we are. You get up and you keep moving forward. So, I think that's my take on it. I don't know if you agree with it, but in my perception of reality, I find it the truth. So, you've been seeing a blonde here, and she has been taking care of me after surgery, so I am very grateful for her choice and wanting to deal with me for such a long period of time. So this is my public thanks to her and everything that she's done. Alright, everybody. This is not part of the actual academy. This is just one of them days, right? So, I will be putting out more content. I really should stop saying that because then I end up not putting out more content. So I'm just going to play it by ear. But I would expect more videos. So that is all I really have time for. Oh my gosh, look at this phone. It's huge. Sheesh. Alrighty then. So, hope you all have a good night. Bye.